All right, it's Tuesday. Red light is on. The Fight Banana Show. Dave Van Auken repping my New York Yankees. Postseason starts today, Al. I don't know if you know, but it does. Baseball. L. Dawson. L, how are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing good. Today's a good day. Today's a good day to have a good day. You feel me?
It is. For those of you who weren't here on Sunday, this is what I look like now. It's fine.
Yeah. You look amazing. You look great. Talking to you earlier, your brain was spotting on all cylinders. It's going to be a good show. Good show. Guys, Grant Dawson, 130G. Gillian Robertson at 2. Torrez Finney at around 220. And Azamat Bekoev at 240. Did I absolutely nail that name?
No, but you were really close. It's Bekoev.
Azamat Bekoev?
Bekoev. There's no A or Y or I or anything in his name.
Give it to me one more time.
Bekoev.
Bekoev.
We'll have him pronounce it for us too, because I might not be exactly right, but I know whatever.
What happened if I was more right on his name than you?
There's no way, because you added letters that aren't even in there.
Love it. Love it. All right. A ton to get into, guys. It's UFC 320 week, a 2 UFC championship fight co-main and main event. We'll get into it. And probably kind of like the people's main event this whole week has been Roundtree and Yuri Prochazka. That's the featured fight. Also, 2 good fights before that. We got your guy, Joe Pfeiffer, on the card. So it's a great show. Great UFC 320 pay-per-view. We'll get into it. I think you're, L. Dawson, I've been seeing some of your content out there. I think you're shitting on the main event a little bit too much. A little bit too much.
No, I'm not shitting on it. I just don't think we're going to see anything new.
Okay. Well, that's your take.
I just think we already saw it. All right.
Maybe
I hope I'm wrong. I want to be entertained, but
that's true. That's true.
I just think I know what happens here.
Okay. All right. Before I get into my take, and I heard you guys talk about it a little bit on Sunday. It's been on 5 shows, and it's been like, I felt like we got off on Tuesday, and the take was out there, and I've had this in my head for a week, and so I got to get it out. But before that, I was lucky enough to be in Biloxi, Mississippi this past weekend. Boxing show, Off the Hook Boxing Series 2, headlined by Devin Cushion. One of the greatest boxing shows I've ever seen from beginning to end, especially the main event. It was a MMA fight. The Dawsons would have loved it. First round was very technical, good round, back and forth. The second round, the favorite, Devin Cushion, gets knocked down towards the buzzer. The place like that sigh of like, oh my goodness. Third round, it was awesome to see his corner. His dad is his coach, like just barking at him, like, let's go. Like all that Rocky Balboa movie comes out as the third round, like the Korean Zombie. Walk straight, just went off. It was awesome. It was so much fun. So shout out.
And honestly, shout out to Devin Cushion, because he was very honest with us on the show. He's like, I feel like, he said, the best boxers don't fight each other. Boxers go out because the fights are so long and they don't go for the kill. They're there just to outpoint and work. And he said, I am not going to be that kind of boxer. He said, I'm not going to be the kind of boxer that leaves a sour taste in MMA fans. So he said it, and I love to hear it, because I agree with him. I think that there's a lot of potential, especially with the Zoofobes or like having their own boxing shows as well now. There's a lot of potential here, but the fans have to deliver if they want the fans to tune in.
We'll talk about that too. All right. First take, hot take, I think. You ready? So, Dean Thomas, Gillian Robertson. Oh, thank you.
I don't even know what that means. Oh, my eye. That mid spot's from
Jake. Shout out.
Is she pretty? Is she pretty?
That's getting better. Dean Thomas said his take, or his hot take, was the UFC talk for a living, should trade Magomed Ankalaev for Dakota Ditcheva. Fight Bananas' friend. We have talked more about Dakota Ditcheva than any other media outlet, MMA media outlet there is. We've talked about Dakota Ditcheva before. It was cool to talk about Dakota Ditcheva. So all that. And I'm going to give it some past history, because we got 30 minutes now. Are you okay? Me tell this whole story. Yeah. So I remember, I think I heard kind of mostly of Dakota Ditcheva through you guys first. She's at the gym at American Top Team. Fight Bananas has a good relationship with the PFL. So she was doing stuff over there in Europe. I never met her, never talked to her, but you're like, Dave, this girl's really good. She's doing her stuff over there in Europe, and she won the championship that year. The next year, I remember now she's like, I think fighting for like America in the first time, and maybe some of her fights was against some soccer moms before her coming to PFL, getting some better competition. And it was one fight. And I think she didn't even fight a good opponent. How she fought and how she struck and ripped to the body and all that. I remember calling you. It was during the day. I'm like, this Dakota Ditchva is good. Like, she is really good. This is 3 years ago. And you're like, yeah, I've been telling you, blah, blah, blah. And then our relationship, our Fight Bananas with Dakota, had her on multiple interviews and live and and all this stuff. We are very, very cool to Dakota Ditchva. So let's just start with that. We're very pro Dakota Ditchva on this. But when I heard this about Dean Thomas, I couldn't be more on the other side of this than anything. And I've heard everyone. Brendan Schaub is on Dean Thomas's side. Anik talked about everyone loves this side for Dakota Ditchva. Two things, my two biggest things, and I have two main things. One is, why can't we, as an MMA community, combat sports community, just be happy that Dakota Ditchva might just be happy over there doing her thing, winning fights, winning championships, making money. Grant's all good in the background. We love him. We absolutely love Grant. Why can't we just be happy that she's over there doing her thing? So you're fine. Oh.
No, I realize because people are going to come through the door at one point. So we'll adjust.
So that's one. Like, we should, if Dakota doesn't want to be over here right now,
sure.
We don't have to force this like on Dakota that she has to be in the UFC. That's one. And then two is my thing on Ankalaev. I'm not the biggest Ankalaev fan personally. I'll be honest. We are on this show. Yeah, maybe his fighting style is not the greatest ever. He's not got the most friends, all that stuff. But however, he is a world champion. He is the UFC light heavyweight champion. And I think he actually had the long road, the hard road for the championship, not the Sugar Sean O'Malley. If the UFC trades their champion for Dakota Ditchva, like, it would be absurd. It would be such a disrespect to champions going forward in the UFC.
Dave, I thought you watched the Sunday show every week.
I did. I mostly did.
So this is kind of an important piece of this story that Gillian added for context. Dean Thomas said this on a show like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Ankalaev wasn't even fighting for a championship.
No, that's fine. But I did hear that. I heard that. But also, Dean Thomas literally today or yesterday said he tripled down, even him as champion.
He's doubling down.
Yeah,
and I think he is partially just because it's getting him attention. Probably mostly because it's getting him attention. But I don't think he would have said it now had people not brought it up from previously, to be honest with you. But I'm with you. It doesn't make sense now. I don't. Yeah, you can't do that. And it was the same thing when they were talking about trading Merab. They wouldn't do that now. Even if Merab was as popular as not the champ or as the champ as before he was the champ, like, they wouldn't do that now. Like, these talks happened with Merab. These talks with Merab happened long before he was even in title contention. So it's I think
you actually kind of agree with me.
I 100% agree with you, and I think Dean agrees with you. I think he's just enjoying the stirring the pot. I don't think Dean believes that. You can literally, everybody heard Grant open his Coke.
Dude.
Oh, sorry. It says you can hear Grant crack a cola open from a mile away.
And I was going to tell the story off the beginning, but I just had to get that take out of my head, and we'll go back to the take. I had Coke today, Coca-Cola. So I usually don't eat lunch during the show on Tuesdays because usually the show is this time. I don't want to eat beforehand. It's a weird thing. I'm getting ready. I got all these notes, guys, literally tons of notes on everything that I do. So like, I don't eat beforehand. I just was hungry and I was craving a soda. So I got 2 slices of cheese pizza and a Coke. Oh my goodness. It was incredible.
I'm glad. I'm sorry, I was listening to you, but also reading. Jake, PFL would take any UFC leftovers they could get, especially a champion. Like,
Yeah.
they've paid outrageous contracts to guys who were briefly ranked.
Shane Burgos.
I mean, I wasn't going to say names, but yeah, that's definitely an example. Like,
Well, I'm not shitting on him. I like Shane Burgos.
Shane Burgos is a great fighter, but
Yeah.
like they would take any UFC leftovers, especially a champion. Like, of course. Now, I don't think they'll release Dakota. I think they're going to fight tooth and nail to keep her 100% because
I hope they do.
And
is that bad of me to say? I hope she does. Like, I really hope, guys, the PFL has a really good card this Friday. Used versus Nurmagomedov in a rematch. I don't know if you saw, Elle, they talked about how the tournament champion, we are saying, hey, that is not the real champion. Like, if you win this tournament in the future, you're going to fight the champion in your weight class. Like, I don't even think they're going to give him a title, or they're literally just calling it the tournament champion. So it's no confusion there. I kind of like the direction where the PFL is doing. And it would be great if Dakota Ditcheva is their hood ornament for 20 years.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I'm with you. They should fight tooth and nail to keep her. She's by far the biggest star they have. Other co-hosts.
I said that such in a bad way. I'm like, I had the Coke today. Yeah, I never tried that. Never tried it.
No, I'm not arguing with you at all. Like, I want to see her in the UFC, and I think she'll end up there eventually, but it would be stupid for PFL to not try to keep her for as long as they can, you know?
Of course.
I think it's an issue right now. She's happy to make the money and hopefully also to have the ability to fight in a tournament structure where she gets to fight more regularly. I think those are two pros for Dakota right now. And she's nowhere near the end of her prime. She's might not even be in her prime yet. She's so young. So it's she's got so much time. And I think maybe we'll see her run into something similar with Kayla, where Kayla had made her money, you know, and at that point, they just didn't have anything enticing for Kayla Harrison anymore. Like, there were no, Cyborg wasn't going to fight her, no matter what she says online. And they just didn't have any fights for her. They didn't have anything enticing for her. So she's like, yeah, I've made my money. If I have to make less money to go to the UFC, so be it, because at least there's legacy there for me. And maybe Dakota will get to that point too. But I don't think she needs to be in a rush to get to the UFC, which is what the fan base seems to be leaning towards that. And I just don't think that's the case. I think she can come over to the UFC now. She can come over to the UFC in 3 years, 5 years, and I think she'll still be a superstar.
Absolutely agree. All right. First game of the show. Last thing on UFC Perth, guys. I know Sunday was great, by the way. Sunday Morning Brew, G and L, best show on Fight Bananas that we do.
Lots of stuff to talk about. It was a great card.
Great card. Main event was awesome. But let's go with stock options. We've been doing this after every pretty good fight night, and we'll definitely do it after this pay-per-view. So we'll do L Dawson. I actually did it myself too, but L, ladies first. We're going to do stock options, guys, going right now. Who do you want to put more stocking going forward? Who do we want to hold our stock? And if you had any stock in this fighter, who do you want to sell it? All of it right now. We're going to go. We always start positive and work our way down. So L Dawson, my question with stock options on UFC Perth is, what stock are you buying more in from UFC Perth?
You're buying more on Carlos Ulberg.
Okay.
Ulberg. I don't know why I say his name like that. I always want to say Ulberg. Carlos Ulberg. You buy more on him. And you do it now because the likeliness of him getting a title shot in the next 6 to 8 months are very, very high. And I absolutely think he's a guy who can be a contender for the title. He's very complete. He's very dangerous, and he's very exciting. I think he's going to be a fan favorite at that point when he's in title contention, if he isn't already. So I definitely think you're buying on him.
I totally agree. My stock unbuying is Carlos Ulberg as well. Yeah, I think he fights for the championship. You ready for this one? I'm even calling my date, L. February, they're back in Australia on the CBS of a pay-per-view. I think Ulberg will headline that show or co-main event the show. Depends if it's Poetan. they'll headline. If it's Ankalaev, I think they'll probably maybe co-main event, and Volkanovski will fight Murphy or Aljamain Sterling.
I have a second stock option that I think people need to buy.
Ooh,
that is,
I like this.
I'm gonna butcher his name, Brando Paricic. I like this heavyweight a lot. You know what I want in a heavyweight. I want 2008 pre-USADA. I want OG Cain Velasquez, and this guy looks like a heavyweight. This is what a heavyweight should look like. He's big. He's at 6'5", but athletic. This dude's not chunky. He's got length. He's got athleticism. He can wrestle. He's got power. I like this guy a lot. I'm really looking forward to seeing him fight again.
I love it. That's a good one. All right. On UFC Perth, what stock are you holding, L. Dawson?
I'm holding on two. I'm gonna hold on Jack Jenkins, and I'm gonna hold on Navajo Sterling. I think Jenkins. To be honest, I don't know if Jack Jenkins will ever fight for a title, but I do think he is going to do very well, and I can see him still evolving his game. I don't think we've seen the final form of Jack Jenkins, and I feel the same way about Navajo Sterling. I think people are kind of maybe even dogging on him a little bit. But he's 8-0. Like 8 professional fights is not that many fights. And Bellato has a lot of experience. I don't think Bellato is going to make a title run either. But I definitely think at 8-0, he fought a guy with a lot of experience and showed a lot of great qualities. And I think he's just getting started. And I think we'll see him develop a lot as well.
I like that. You might be surprised on this one. I'm holding stock on this classy veteran. I'm holding stock on a future UFC Hall of Famer, Mr. Third Round, they might say, Neil Magny. You got to hold. You can't sell on this, man. I don't want to buy more stock on the future UFC Hall of Famer. I'm holding. I think it's perfect. Am I wrong on that?
No, I think that's fair. I guess my question is, where do you see it going? Because I think Neil Magny will always be here, where he is.
That's what I'm holding.
He will be guys, but you hold a stock because you think it's going to go up in the future. You don't hold a stock because you think it's going to stay exactly the same.
Actually, I disagree with that. Imagine if you bet on Neil Magny every single time, we'd be rich. He wins all the time, hell. He's won more fights in the welterweight than anyone in the world.
Fair enough. No, all right. I'm on board. I think that's a good hold. I think that's a good hold.
What stock are we selling from UFC Perth? Is it a guy in the main event? Is it someone on earlier? What stock, L, are you selling?
This might be my bias speaking, but I'm not selling stock on Dominic Reyes. I like him too much. Maybe this is just a poor decision on my part. Bro, I'm dumping everything I've ever had on Jamie Mullarkey. I like Jamie Mullarkey as a person. But dude, Jamie Mullarkey, he's going to get knocked out by all the good fighters that he fights. The dude got knocked out by Nasrat Haqparast, who doesn't knock out anybody. And then once a year, they're going to get him a win on UFC Perth, fighting a guy that's on his way. It is what was Bedoya was 1-3 or something in the UFC, or maybe worse than that. I can't remember. And so I'm selling on Jamie Mullarkey. I think we've seen what we're going to see from Jamie Mullarkey.
Okay. Well, the stock that I'm selling from that same fight, I'm selling my stock on Jake Matthews. I got to sell. I thought this guy could be a top 15 guy. I thought he could.
Really? You don't think?
I'm selling it.
So you think just because he lost this one, he dropped this one fight, got caught in the third round by Mr. Third Round, that he's done?
Have you ever seen the welterweight division? Ian Gary is he in the top 5? Is he 9th? Those guys can't get in there. The welterweight division, is he meeting Michael Morales? Bilal Muhammad?
Honestly, maybe.
Matthews doesn't have a shot. I'm selling all the stock. Selling it all. Have you seen that division, El? It's pretty good.
Stacked for sure, but I just
Leon Edwards. It's the champ. You got Jack Della Maddalena.
Dude, I think he can beat Leon.
Jake Matthews?
Leon's not looking so hot right now. You're telling me Matthews can't take down Leon?
I'm sorry. I'll settle down. I don't know why I'm just.
I'm kind of shocked. I think
So
there's
no.
guys on this card that are not gonna win another fight.
I'm
and
selling everything.
Matthews?
Yeah, I don't.
I think he'll come back and do well again. Like he looked great in those first 2 rounds. What, you think Mike Malott is just washed forever because he dropped one fight to Neil Magny?
No.
But Matthews is okay.
Yeah. Oh no. For one, tell me if I'm wrong, L, on this one. Matthews has been in the UFC a lot longer than Mike Malott before the Magny test.
Well, yeah, for sure. But Matthews is also like just now. Okay, keeps bringing up Jake Matthews, the football player, and I'm like, that's not what I want. Okay, here we go. I mean, he's 31 though. He's just entering his prime. He's made huge progress. Like, you're like, well, he's been in the UFC longer. It's like, yeah, but he's just now like finding his stride, and he's like 31 is not old in this sport.
I'm not saying he's old. I'm just selling my stock. That guy has no shot in the UFC welterweight division. You're getting magnied in the 3rd round.
I mean, he went to a decision with Michael Morales. That's like, and then his losses are freaking. He dropped to Semmelsberger. He didn't look great in that fight, and then he
lost to Semmelsberger.
Who, to smell his burger?
the Last Jedi.
No, he didn't look great in that fight. Like, he lost to Sean Brady. That's a bad loss.
Jake Matthews. I'm sorry. We are the most respectful show on this. I'm selling all the stock. Jake Matthews' mom is selling stock. All right, guys, this is over. Over.
No, I'm going to be upfront with you, Sean. This is a bias issue. We love Dominic.
Yeah, I wasn't super high on Dominic. It wasn't me, Sean.
We weren't even super high on Dominic Reyes. We were just saying our hearts wanted Dominic Reyes.
Yeah, I wanted them to win. I was rooting for him.
What would have happened?
Yeah.
So,
right.
Maybe go back and rewatch that show, Sean. I'm just kidding. But my bias is what's keeping me holding on Dominic Reyes. I'm still, he had already won by 1st round, so.
What do you? That was weird. I'll be honest.
Everyone's kind of on Neil Magny.
Yeah, Neil, you gotta put a thumbs up, or just don't go limp. Like,
you've 50 professional fights, you should know better.
Yeah, I agree a little bit. It
was also on the ref. It was also on the ref because the ref didn't he didn't grab his arm. He didn't really we were so close to the end of the round. Just let the round end and then make your assessment and then decide if you're going to call the fight or not. If he's out now, he's going to be out in 0.5 seconds too. Yeah. So I feel like it was half the ref's fault, half Neil Magny's fault.
Yeah. All right. Well, real quick, let's get into a little bit of UFC 320 before Grant gets on, and we'll do Banana Blitz. Let's go with the main event, because I think this is the thing that me and you are. I've been seeing L. Dawson on Fight Banana Show for the last week. Absolutely shite on this main event. I'm so excited for it. You have Alex Pereira. We don't know how many fights we have left. One of the biggest stars in UFC over the last 2-3 years. He's fighting for a world championship. Why can't you be happy, L. Dawson? Be happy and grateful we're getting fights this weekend.
I am. I'm super stoked for this card. I think this card's amazing. I'm just saying I don't want to see this fight again that much. And that's not because of Poatan. It's more because of Ankalaev, because I think I'm going to see the exact same fight again.
Let me ask you this one. And be
Ankalaev's fault. I just don't think Pereira can make the adjustments to change the fight.
You're honest with me, I would think, around 50% of the times when we talk.
50? That's it? You think I lie?
I'm joking. We're always honest. Oh, how many times have you watched that fight?
I watched it while I was watching it, and the first time, obviously, and then I went back to reassess it to make sure it was to make sure I scored it correctly, which is how I used.
So you watched it twice?
Yeah.
Me too. I watched it twice. My point is, and tell me if I'm wrong, this fight, Dave. Wow. Yeah, good one, dude. It's literally a shirt from 1996, man. That's how old I am. 96. Sorry, dude. I'm an old guy. All right. That fight is closer than what people remember it is. Like we go back on it now, and I think this week I've been watching shows. Everyone thinks Ankalaev washed Poatan. He did it.
Why was it close, Dave? Why was it close?
Because Poatan is better than what people are giving him credit for. That's why.
Close because Ankalaev didn't get any takedowns. And the reason he didn't get any takedowns, Dave, is because Poatan wasn't throwing. He wasn't fully extending on anything because he was so worried about the takedown. So
that's the switch up. That's what the switch up.
So there's two ways this fight can go, in my opinion.
Sure.
One is Poatan does the same thing. He's worried about the takedown, so he doesn't overcommit to anything, and he stops all the takedowns. Calm down. And he stops all the takedowns, so we get the exact same fight again. That's option number one. Option number two, he decides to fight with a little more reckless abandon and actually commit to the punches, and he gets taken down because now Ankalaev can get deep on the hips. Those are the two ways this fight can go. I still see the outcome's still the same. And I'll be honest with you. Yes.
We'll get to that soon, Terry. We'll get to it soon.
If Poatan throws more, we get a way more exciting fight.
Yes.
If he throws more, though, he's probably going to spend that first round on his back.
That's fine. So,
after he spends the first round on his back, Dave, he's going to go back to fighting the same way he did the first time.
No. So if I'm in his corner, I go, hey, Poatan, you are throwing monster check hooks and leg kicks the whole fight. If this guy takes you down, just pick yourself back up like Derek Lewis. Just pick yourself back up. If we get caught, and if we lose, we lose. Or if he gets us down, he gets us down. Poatan needs to do something different. I will be the first person. I will come on Sunday Morning Brew, maybe, and I will, and say, hey, I was wrong on this. And Poatan doesn't have that he doesn't have that trauma. He doesn't, he's a little bit washed and doesn't want to be stopped. I'll be the first person to say that. I do not believe he's going to do that. I believe he will not let what happened in the first fight happen in the second fight. Like if he does, you ready for this one? Like what's next for Poatan?
Oh, I agree. I don't think this is a Poatan's going to make the decision issue. I think it's a skill issue. I don't think Poatan's had enough time to close the gap in wrestling.
No, okay. I don't want him to close the gap in wrestling. I want him to strike with Ankalaev. He needs to strike with him.
And if he makes it, if he finds his mark, I was trying to find the comment. Somebody in the comments said what I was going to say next, which is, and if he finds that nice check hook, yes, it absolutely can be different. Also, he didn't have the calf kick in the first fight, and he won't have the calf kick in this fight. Because Ankalaev, it's open stance. So remember that.
I had 2 coffees today. I'm feeling good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm into it. It's a big show. It's a big show.
Yeah, Leah, tell Dave to stop yelling at me. No, but I'm just saying. So yes, absolutely, there's a possibility he finds that check hook. I hope that happens. I think that makes the division more exciting. I just have a hard time siding with the guy who's rolling on a puncher's chance. And it's a very technical puncher's chance.
I was going to say, let's not make him like he's a brawler. You know what I mean?
No, he's not. He's insanely technical.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I think the gap between Poatan's striking and Ankalaev's striking is super small. And the gap between Ankalaev's wrestling and Poatan's wrestling is super big. That's the problem.
You're probably right on that. You're probably right.
Catch him. He can catch anybody. And I hope he does, Dave. I just don't think that's going to happen because I think as soon as he starts throwing big, Ankalaev waits. He's a waiter. Like he wants to counter and he wants to wait for his openings. And he's very reserved and he's not emotional. Like he's very hard to it's very hard to draw Ankalaev into it.
Yeah.
I think eventually Poatan's going to do what he should do, what you're saying. And I'm not saying he shouldn't do this. He's going to go, he's going to come out and he's going to try and throw big. And Ankalaev's going to wait for that moment and he's going to take him down. And Poatan's going to spend the rest of the round on bottom. Because I don't think he's got I think you can teach a striker amazing counter wrestling like Dakota has, like Max Holloway has. Right. And I think that's how you fix that piece of your game. I don't know if he's going to be able to get up from under Ankalaev. Now, and if he waits for the takedowns and is ready to dig double unders like the first fight, he gets held on the cage and he doesn't get taken down. I'm with you, SG. All it takes is one left hook from Pereira. It's just whether.
Let's go, SG. Let's go.
I'm with you. I hope I'm wrong. I just think Ankalaev's going to wait for those, and he's going to time his takedowns there. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be entertained. I want to be entertained.
Jake, I'm sorry, bud. This is not making the show today. It's stacked. It's UFC 320. Poetan's fighting. I got a lot of notes. We got a Zuffa deal we got to get into. Sorry, John Jones is not making the show today. I'm sorry, Jake. We like you. We're a big fan of Jake, but sorry, John Jones not making it. Is Grant ready for Banana Blitz?
Grant said it kind of sounds like John Jones did just make the show. Yeah.
No, he didn't make it.
It's 1:31. You missed your time. You missed your check-in time. Yeah, you missed your check-in for the show.
Wow. Did he send it to the producer? I didn't see anything from our producer today about it.
Also, last point before we stop talking about Pereira, you even said this to me. He seems very distracted. He's got a lot of other stuff on his plate too.
It's
something to consider.
Dude, if you don't get a Coca-Cola deal.
Honestly, that's the only sponsor we need. That would save us a fortune.
Why would they give me money when I spend every week giving them money? That's just bad business.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
They would save us a fortune if we got some free Coke.
Yeah, not even give it. They should just send you cases of Coke. Didn't Zen send some to Kayla Harrison?
Huh?
Didn't Zen send some to Kayla Harrison?
Zen?
Yeah.
Zen.
I don't know, honestly. They should, though. That'd be a great business deal. That would make so much sense.
Dave, Elle and I have a new business deal.
Don't tell the people.
I'm not going to say it on air, but when we're done, we've got a business deal that's going to happen.
Can I be involved?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Done. I'm in.
You don't even know what it is.
I'm in.
We're gonna send orphans to Africa. Not adopt orphans from Africa. Send our
All right. We'll talk off air. All right. Well, 33 minutes on the dot. We are starting Banana Blitz for UFC 320. We made it to a pay-per-view. It feels like it's been a while, right? I don't know why. Oh, yeah, September, there's no pay-per-views. It's been like 6-7 weeks. So we're back.
We do Banana Blitz for purse?
No, for purse, but not for a pay-per-view. For a pay-per-view. Yeah. And it's a good one. Good show. All right, let's get right into it. What fight, guys, are we most hyped about at UFC 320? Grant Dawson, we'll start with you.
Co-main.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's the correct answer.
I'm more excited about it than the main event. This is a banger card. I love this card. The UFC delivered. I don't mind paying an outrageous amount to watch this card. It's good. Co-main event is mine. I'm super excited to see how somebody with distance control like Corey Sandhagen does against somebody that likes to drive school buses into the side of buildings on his day off.
Yeah, good point.
Just for the purpose of being different, I do agree with Grant. I am the most hyped for the co-main, but slightly less hyped. I am so hyped for Yuri versus Roundtree.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be really, really
There's
fun
no wrong
for as
answers
long
to
as
this.
that happens.
There's no answers.
It's a great. It really is.
And then Grant afterwards, or if you want to stay on afterwards, I have a major hot take with the Sandhagen-Merab fight. I said it to Elle before the show. We'll get there. It's been 35 minutes. Haven't got into it, but yeah, hype fight. I'm as well. Co-main event, Corey Sandhagen-Merab, the greatest bantamweight fighter ever in the UFC history. Co-main event. Love this fight. All right. What's the underrated banger of UFC 320? And it rhymes with Rossarat.
Bossarat.
Oh, I'm going to go with Yusuf Salal and Josh Emmett. I think Josh Emmett is going to bell just throw.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that third round looks because Yusuf Zalal, I think he's going to be real slick and move a lot early. And I think he slows down sometimes. And I don't think Josh Emmett is going to let him stop fighting him at any point during the fight.
Okay. I would disagree. I don't think that's going to be a banger of a fight. It might be underrated, but I got you. Okay. Grant.
I have my answer.
The correct answer is?
I am going to pull a Dave and mispronounce both these names. Suriano.
Oh, that is a great fight.
Versus Nikolai
Veretinikov. That's actually the
These
right
guys-
Puna Soriano.
Puna Soriano. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Bangers. These guys are bangers.
Yeah. That's
Of Soriano. I like his style. And this guy just runs into punches. When you
the
have
correct answer.
not going to wrestle him, not going to take him down, I think this is a great fight. Somebody is going to sleep in this fight. Gun to L's head. I'm picking this fight to not go the distance.
Wow.
Wow. That is the
Not
correct.
Sterling. We love Joe Pfeiffer, and that guy is the absolute banger. But Abus is the opposite. So this could be a bad fight. It could be. We don't know. We'll see. So I don't think it's underrated or rated. Well, this goes in the same one you just said, Grant. What's the guaranteed finish of UFC 320?
You going with that
No,
fight?
no.
You have another. I'm going with Ateba Gautier as my guaranteed finish. Not even that fight,
Yeah.
just him. He is going to finish Ozzy Diaz.
Yeah, that was going
I
to be
expect in the first round, to be honest.
Just
with you.
throwing it out there, guys. That fight, Ozzy Diaz is he already left. He's not fighting.
What?
That's
When
right.
did that
Yeah, I
happen?
saw that. So
I did not see that.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't want to get knocked out on Saturday. I'm leaving.
Done. Well, who's the replacement? Do you know yet?
They haven't announced it yet.
Well, he might not be on the card then.
where's
so.
Dakota?
How much-
He
Where's
was
he away? Middleweight?
He'd have to cut weight for it right now. So
Oh man, come
I'll
on.
let you do it. Honestly, let me pick something else then. I'm gonna go. I mean, I think the next right answer is Soriano and Verratini.
I think that's the answer. I do.
I do think I agree with your assessment. They're both gonna just throw bombs. Who's your?
no, that's. I have a weird feeling about Pfeiffer and Abus. Just Pfeiffer makes you fight. He makes you fight. Like, has he ever been in a boring fight? Like, he was in a close fight with Calvin Gastelum. I was in a
The
great
Hermanson fight was a little.
screen,
But
so
you don't
people
think
make
it could go to
mistakes.
you don't think it could go to the?
It could.
scorecards?
I feel like these guys are going to come out and fight. The
Okay.
correct answer is Soriano, but to mix it up, I'm going to say Pfeiffer and Abus is going to end in a finish.
What fight at UFC 320 will go the distance?
I'll go first. Yana Santos versus
Dang it.
Macy Chinanaso. Chia seeds.
Honestly, that is the correct answer.
Correct answer.
I do think I think they're both pretty tough. Yana's a dog. I don't think Yana is. You can finish Yana Santos. I think that's the right answer. I actually, you know what? No, I have another one. I'm gonna say Farid Basharat and Chris Gutierrez is going to go the distance. I think Farid is a very capable finisher, but I think Chris Gutierrez will almost forego trying to win the fight to try to not get finished.
Okay.
That's good. We don't have this. We don't have this on the list. But if you were going to say what is the most technical fight on the card, that would be my
the
pick.
answer. Yeah.
Cool. Who is the lock of UFC 320?
My lock is Marab. I love Corey Sandhagen.
Oh my
I can't see a path to victory for him.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. GSP said the same thing about Matt Serra. Can't happen. Tuh.
What happened in their second fight?
I have never seen that one back.
No, I just
all right. Well, I'm telling you, we'll get into a Corey Sandhagen thing after this. I promise. That's where we're going. Okay. Great. Good pick, El.
I'm going with Farid Basharat.
That's the lock. There you go. Grant
Cool.
Dawson with Grant Dawson's up 45 points right now, El. Good win by Grant.
we haven't even done points for this in a while.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while.
3 squirrels and chia seeds.
Who's your underdog pick of UFC 320?
This is my favorite. Go ahead.
My underdog is going to be Khalil Roundtree.
You son of a... That's mine.
Oh, sorry. I think there's a lot of value here. I know he's not a huge dog, but I feel like this fight for me is almost a pick'em. And so if you get plus money for a fight that's this close, I think Khalil, like Yuri Prohaska, is a very difficult puzzle to figure out, but he is super hittable. And if you are in place to be hit by Khalil Roundtree and you've been knocked out before, I think that puts you in a lot of danger.
That is the correct... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say just real quick on Roundtree. What's Roundtree's best win in the UFC?
Jamal Hill.
That's Yuri's best win.
What? He smashed the Dominator Dominic Reyes, who's the lineal UFC light heavyweight champion. But that was Dominic at his highest. You don't get.
He was on a 3-fight losing streak.
I gotta check that back. Was it? I thought it was only 2.
That might have been the third.
No, he got beat by John Jones. He got beat by Blachowicz, and then he got who was it? I know.
I'll pull it up.
Reyes was his last loss before his streak. No, he's right.
Okay, he was on a 2-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
Hey.
And he had just
he put the chin away.
After that too. How can you say that?
But he beat John Jones, so he's only on a 1-fight losing streak.
No, that was
right,
Dominic his lowest point.
You are forgetting the golden rule. He who has the gold rules, and that was John Jones.
All right, you're right. All right. So okay, all right. I like Yuri in this spot. But okay. Who's the?
Oh, sorry. No, you just assumed we had the same one. That's cool.
Yeah. Who's the biggest superstar going into UFC 320? Oh wait, did you not pick one, Greg?
No, he hasn't got yet.
No. Sorry, no. Greg, go.
Mine's Josh Emmett, just because she picked Khalil. Khalil is my actual answer.
Okay.
Josh Emmett, for him to be a 350 underdog against a guy that had a lackluster run in the UFC and then was cut, came back and had a win over who was his last win?
Calvin Kattar.
Calvin Kattar.
Old Calvin Kattar, where he lost the round. Like Josh Emmett beat Calvin Kattar when Calvin Kattar was the man. You know,
yeah,
that was
a fun fight.
And Grant, I don't know if you've seen Ilya Taporia. He's knocking out everyone. Like no one goes to the 3rd or 4th round with Ilya. Josh Emmett went all 25 minutes with the man.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
To be fair, so did Yusuf Zalal. He didn't get knocked out.
Oh,
Yusuf Zalal was Ilya's
15. That was a 15-minute fight. 4th round, Ilya stops him.
Yusuf Zalal won the 3rd round. So okay, so like technically, Yusuf Zalal is the only one to have a round 1 against him. But I get your point.
All right. Before I was too fast. What take was that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who's the biggest superstar going into UFC 320?
There's a lot.
I mean, it's right now, just because he has a belt and the other guy doesn't, it's Merab.
Yeah.
But Poatan is a massive superstar.
Yeah. I agree.
So, Grant, do you have Merab or Poatan?
Merab.
By this much. Just because Poatan doesn't have a belt right now.
He who has the gold rules. It's the golden rule.
Who, if the man gets $100 million to fight at the White House, is he the champion? If Conor fights, he's the biggest star on the card.
But
Poatan's not Conor.
That's not what we're talking about. If Conor was on this card, he would be the biggest. You might as well just say Conor then.
No, but to me, it's Conor, maybe John, Ilya, Poatan. Poatan's top 3 or 4. No.
Which fight are you excited about?
Merab and Corey Sandhagen.
Next question.
Okay. All right. Who is the prospect to watch at UFC 320?
I have my answer.
Do you want to go first so I don't take yours again?
Yes.
Mine, I think it's the same.
Mine is Austin Vanderford. I think he's getting slept on a little bit. I do think it's a little crazy that he's this big of a favorite. I do think this is going to be a closer fight than the odds show. But I've trained with Austin a lot, and he is a stud. Like, the dude is a savage. There's 2 guys that really push somebody like Yaroslav in the gym, and Austin Vanderford's one of them.
Nice. That's very nice. Very polite to say.
Because you said Austin.
You weren't going to say Austin. You forgot he was on the card.
No, I didn't. I know. I actually think he's going to smash that guy. I really do.
Nice.
I think it's a great matchup for Austin. He's got Austin has really good wrestling. I think the guy he's fighting doesn't have a lot of danger on the feet. That's great for Austin. I am gonna say Gautier is the prospect to watch.
Yeah, and they will find a replacement. They will find a tough enough co-main event guy to
Really
fight.
hope we do. I am a little bummed because I feel like his first fight wasn't against somebody like we're gonna remember. I wanted to see him
another level,
up a level, but I just want to see him starch somebody in the first 3 minutes of this week. So
yeah, be fun. All right, 2 more on UFC 320. What fighter has the most to gain if they win at UFC 320?
The most to gain? Probably Corey Sandhagen right now. I know Poatan could get the title back, but I feel like he's a superstar whether he has the belt or not. If Corey Sandhagen beats Merab, I think that just skyrockets him. You disagree?
Khalil Roundtree. I think Corey's fame and notoriety are already up there. I don't think a win over Merab really shoots him into any more superstardom than he already has. He's fought the who's who, and the issue is if he does win, there's still Umar beat him. Well, Piotr Jan beat him. Well, let's get those guys back in there. For me, it's Khalil Roundtree. He wins this fight. I think he's fighting for the belt against Alex or Ankalaev next.
I like it. All right. Who has the most to lose at UFC 320?
Dude, that was really hard for me. I feel like
it's Merab.
It probably is Merab.
It's Merab. Yeah. He's such a big favorite. They're talking about him going up and fighting Ankalaev after this fight. He's such a superstar.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him. He wins this fight in dramatic fashion. I'd like to see what he could do at 45 against Volkanovski. Against Volkanovski. I think that would be fun. I think out of anybody at 145, he could beat Volkanovski with that pressure.
The greatest UFC story ever is Aljamain Sterling fights Volkanovski. He wins the championship, and Merab moves up to fight him. That'd be the greatest story ever.
Definitely not happening. I think that's the right answer. I think it's Merab because I agree. I think Ankalaev is not so well loved or hated. He's just kind of rated. I feel like win or loss, he stays about where he's at. And no.
Well,
Merab,
it's funny you say. I disagree.
Merab to smash Corey, and I am a huge Corey Sandhagen fan. So if that says anything, I think I agree. I think a lot of people are expecting Merab to smash Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah.
Mine is Ankalaev, and the answer why is Merab to me. Me and Graham talked about it multiple times. One, if not the greatest bantamweight of all time. So if he loses, I think he gets an immediate rematch right away. He's in that picture. If Ankalaev loses, the UFC will try to trade him to PFL, not for Dakota Ditchra, just for a better parking spot at the airport. They will just send him over there for nothing. All right, so Ankalaev needs to win this fight to stay in that spot.
Does PFL have that power? Can they give you better parking?
Dude, Connor's about to get a travel visa,
100 of them.
Counterpoint.
Yes.
If Merab loses this fight, not a chance he gets an immediate rematch. If the UFC has the opportunity, O'Malley and Corey Sandhagen 5 rounds for a world title, that 100% happens if Corey wins this fight.
I actually disagree with that. I think Peter Yan versus Corey's the fight. That fight was awesome the first time. 5 years later,
a rematch. Either way,
no, I think he does.
I think he should. He deserves it. Yeah. But I bet they make use of the fact that Corey Sandhagen is the champ and they mix it up.
Dude, this has been definitely the funnest Banana Blitz of all time to date. So Banana Blitz is over. But Grant, if you don't mind, who do you have winning? So you have Merab defeating Corey Sandhagen.
Yes.
And Elle feels really good about this prediction.
I do. I think we can look at the Umar fight to get the information that we need.
Oh, MMA math, that works every time.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying MMA math. I'm talking about the way he fights.
I'm 98% joking on that one. But the one I said this, and so El knows where I'm going with this. If they fight 10 times, Merab Dvalishvili wins 9 out of those 10. I don't think that. I think he's one of the greatest I've ever seen. On Saturday, Corey Sandhagen will win the World Bantamweight Championship. He's going to win on Saturday.
Via what?
Couple things. One, I think Corey knows if he doesn't win this, he never fights for a championship again. Like, this is it. This is his shot. He's been to the top. This is it. If he doesn't win this fight, especially that division with Jan there, Sugar probably getting back in there sooner or later. If he doesn't win this fight, he never fights for the championship again. 2, and add a little bonus, Trevor Whitman is in his corner, a mastermind. I think he will have the best game plan attack to defeat Merab Dvalishvili. And my last point is, and I heard this a couple times, and I think it's very true. I don't think anyone in the world can beat Merab for 25 minutes. Merab's too good. He's too long. He was losing to Umar round 1 and 2. Like, everyone forgets that. He was losing the fight.
I don't forget that.
But if you fight for 25 minutes, Merab will sooner or later get you. He will. The greatest cardio pace going today. I think Corey's that guy who can do a flying knee, a jumping arm bar. I think he's the one that can get him in a weird way out and stop Merab before that 25-minute mark. Corey Sandhagen wins the championship Saturday night.
You know what we haven't done in a really long time, Dave?
What's that?
We haven't done a banana bet.
Oh my goodness! Wait,
my hat is actually in the wash. I found it the other day, and I was like, "We haven't done a banana bet in forever," and my hat definitely needed to wash. For those of you who are not OG Fight Bananas fans, Dave and I each have a banana hat, and occasionally we will make a banana bet. And whoever loses said banana bet will then have to wear the banana hat on the following Tuesday show, which is why I will not be here next Tuesday. I'm just kidding. Will be wearing a banana hat.
I think I got a good one for you. I got a good one. A very sensible bet. Because Corey Sandhagen's such an underdog. I'll take Corey Sandhagen, and we both need to win. I got Sandhagen, and give me the slight favorite, like you said, in Yuri Prohasek. I'll give you Roundtree and Merab. If we split, no one wins. But if you win both, or if I win both, we get a banana hat.
I'll take that bet.
You take the bet?
Grant thinks I shouldn't take the bet.
No.
You made a face.
No.
You definitely had a face. Talking about a face, one of the most beautiful faces in all of the fight game, the one and only Canadian's own Gillian the Savage Robertson.
I was waiting for the Canada plug.
You're welcome. How good was that intro? That was one of my better ones.
No, that was definitely top notch there.
Thank you.
Dave
Did you? I think you came to the end of that. Do you like that bet, G? Am I off my rocker? I like Sandhagen on Saturday.
I don't know. I'm like, I want Sandhagen to win. I honestly really do. I'm like, that's the fight I'm most torn on. Obviously, Merab's been so dominant in his previous matchups right now. But Sandhagen, I just feel like he's really smart. I really like a lot of the things that he says. And I don't know. I'm rooting for Sandhagen.
Rooting for or think he's going to win?
Jillian just said rooting for. You don't have to push her buttons, okay, El?
Rooting for Dominic Reyes last weekend. That didn't mean I thought he was going to win.
Oh man, that's true. I don't know. I just think last chance. Trevor Whitman in the corner, flying knee. Saturday night, everyone's picking Merab. Merab's unstoppable. He's the machine. It's time. Corey Sandhagen gets the job done.
Yeah, I think Corey has more finishing ability in this fight.
Me too. I said that earlier. No one beats Merab in 25 minutes. Like Merab versus Francis Ngannou goes 25 minutes. I got Merab. But if the fight ends, Francis might have a shot.
Yeah, might have a shot.
Grant, it's up to you. If you could stay as long as you want. It's your show. You know that. Or if you want to leave, is there anything else that you want to say? Nope. Are you playing Guco cards again? I've been seeing your Instagram stories.
Guco cards?
Gooey cards?
Guco? That makes me sound like a pervert. What the?
Goo-Go cards.
What is it called again?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, he's gone. All right.
On that note, Grant's out. Oh, you left your drugs.
Cinnamon? That's
He only
tough.
does the ones.
That is tough. Gee, are you ever taking Zins? Are you a Zen girl at all?
No, I've never tried them actually.
He made me super sick. I did not enjoy it.
The peppermint ones I liked, and like some of the fruity, but some of the hard ones, cinnamon, you got to have a lot of hair in your chest for that. Okay, that's
I don't like mint.
what do you say?
He said he doesn't like mint. Will you hang out here for Azamat?
Okay. Well, all right. Gee, I have a fun game for you at the end of the show. You'll love that. I should have texted you, but we have
I
a fun
love
one.
games.
So on Sunday, I missed it a little bit. We talked a little bit at the beginning of the show, the whole Dean Thomas 5 years ago take about Ditcheva and Ankalaev, right? But I guess just yesterday he was on another show and it came out that he said like he's like doubled down on it. Like now as Ankalaev as a champion, my argument is that you can't trade a UFC championship. Like that goal just means so much. Like Ankalaev's run for the title is so hard and so long. You just can't trade that fighter, even if it's not everyone's favorite.
I don't know if you remember when the UFC, he wasn't a champion, but traded DJ for Ben Askren.
That is true. That is
probably
true.
Like one of the worst trades in history.
It did create Jorge Masvidal. It did.
It did. I will say this. I feel like one has never like really been in rivalry with the UFC. They like operate in a totally different market. So I think the issue here is like PFL got Francis Ngannou, right? And that was kind of their like shining moment of like, ooh, we got the best heavyweight in the UFC. But then the UFC brought John Jones back. And so it was like, oh, no, you didn't, because he never fought John Jones. So there was always like an asterisk on Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
You gave PFL Ankalaev after beating a guy like Poatan. You really are giving PFL a lot of buying power in like, oh, well, we actually have the best 205er in the world.
You know? 1,000,000%.
No, definitely. I just think like, I don't know, it's arguably that like DJ isn't the best 125er ever, like
right. I agree.
Yeah, Demetrius Johnson is probably one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT of the 125-pound division. So I'm like, we made a trade with him to ONE FC. I'm like, and I guess you could argue this with DJ, but I guess the same with Ben Askren, but just the marketing side of it, the business side of it, like Ankalaev isn't bringing a bunch of fans over to PFL. Right. Dakota's bringing a bunch of fans to the UFC and just getting more eyes on her. She really does have that star power. Just being, like Dean even just said it, like a pretty girl who can knock girls out. Like that is a star right there, period. Plus her personality, it's like she is just that package right now where it's like Ankalaev doesn't necessarily have the most exciting fighting style or like the biggest fan base behind him, where it's like I guess you're not losing much in that department. I do understand what you mean from the fight side, because he obviously is a dominant champ. I do think he's going to win this weekend, but it's just not going to be the most entertaining thing to watch either.
Agree.
With that being said, why, at Merab, the Merab shift has definitely shifted over the last 2, 3, 4 years, especially 4 years ago. People did not like Merab and his fighting style and Bilal Muhammad and Habib and Islam and all that stuff. But now these guys, like Habib is one of the most fan beloved fighters maybe like ever. Like he gets mobbed if he goes out there. I don't and this is just someone who's rooting for Poatan on Saturday. I'll just be brutally honest. I don't understand the disdain for Ankalaev. Like, where am I wrong on this?
I don't think you're that wrong. I think the issue is we're like, oh, he's not that popular. Maybe to the American fans, he's not that popular. The dude has 1.5 million followers on Instagram and is a Russian superstar. Yeah. Like, we have to remember how loyal the Russian fans are. So I guess the counter argument to what you said, G, is maybe he does take fans over to PFL. They're just not Americans. You know,
Right.
like, and obviously the people who are watching Ankalaev are going to watch him wherever he is, because that fan base will watch every Russian fighter, no matter where they fight, what time of day it is. Like, they're just going to tune in for that. So maybe you're right, Dave. Maybe he's a bigger star than we assume he is, just because the Americans don't fawn over.
Yeah, like, I just don't think he's a fan favorite. And like, all three of us, we live in Florida. We talk to people usually in the States. We have our people, right? We have our people. And he's not in our circles. He's like not very fan friendly, or we don't talk highly of Ankalaev, but I do respect how good he is. Like, I think he's a very, very high level mixed martial arts. He's the world champion. Like any world champion, I'm, tip of the hat. Like, I don't know. I just think he's very disrespected in the America MMA circles and outlets. I just think,
I don't know. I think most people appreciate how good he is. I don't think most people think Poatan's getting it done this weekend, Dave. I think you're the odd
just
one.
me. I'm on an island by myself. So, G, you said it. Let's get into it. UFC 320, a phenomenal UFC pay-per-view. There's 4 left. 4 more times we have to spend $79, $99, and then we get them all for free in 2026 on Paramount Plus. G, I would assume you're buying the pay-per-view, or at least maybe the night of. We'll see. We'll talk about that at a different time. So you have Ankalaev. You feel like we're going to hear an end still in the main event?
Oh, yeah, I think it goes very similar to the way it did last time. I'm like, I don't see many other options. I just feel like it's going to be a boring fight, a lot of cage work, and I don't see it going any other way right now.
Devil's advocate, and we had this debate before you got on. Poatan knows last time they fought, that's exactly what happened. I would assume Poatan is going into this fight with a total different game plan. Hey, I'm going to let these check hooks go. I'm going to throw big shots. Even if Ankalaev takes me down, who cares? Like, he takes me down. If I miss, I miss. He gets me down. I lost the last fight. Like, he kind of felt a little bit more tamed and safe and lost. I feel like I would assume Glover and his team is like, hey, Poatan, let's go. Like, if you lose, if you get choked out in the second, you do, but we're going to throw your 7 best punches. Like, you got to let loose. Am I wrong on that?
It just takes a lot of confidence to do that. Like, it's a smart approach, a different game plan, but I'm like, the confidence that it takes to be able to go out there and just really let your punches go when you do have a wrestler in front of you. It's like, it can, last weekend, obviously at a lower level, we saw Jamie Malarkey and Bedoya, kind of same thing. Bedoya started opening up in the first. Once he got taken down once, really shut him down for the whole next round. At least he opened up a little bit more in the third, but it was like, just that threat of having the takedown there is going to shut down a striker so fast.
Yeah. No, great point.
The point I made earlier, I wonder if you agree, is just the fact that if he does open up more, the takedowns will be easier.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
In fact, everybody's like, oh, he stopped all the shots in the first round. It's like, yeah, but he was very reserved on the feet. And so I think Ankalaev will wait and time those shots for that takedown. Are you in agreement?
No, 100%. That's why I feel like it is so scary for a striker to like just go out there and strike with somebody who is trying to take them down, because it leaves the opportunity when you are anytime you're not in position, then you're leaving yourself vulnerable. So if you're going to attack, if you're throwing a jab, you're now out of a defensive position. You're now vulnerable to something. Obviously, you have to take these risks. You have to take the offensive risks. But as a striker going against a really high-level grappler, it's scary and scarier leaving yourself vulnerable all these times, just throwing these punches.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. One thing, G, I don't know if you've seen this or maybe care. Friday morning, I called the PFL. I go, hey guys, the UFC's on Saturday night. It's on very late. I'm like, hey, G doesn't want to stay up late. So on Friday, can we please move the fights during the day? So in America, they're on like at 10 a.m. So I got you the fights on during the day, G. I pulled some strings. So a really good card. Phil Hughes and Paul Hughes. I'm sorry, Paul Hughes versus Nurmagomedov. I think it's a good card for the PFL. One of the better ones.
I know. I gotta thank you for that, Dave. You know, looking out for me there, moving the whole card for me.
Yep. So good card. Friday. I think we're actually. I didn't tell you this off air, so I'll do it on air. think Fight Banana is going to do something. We're going to do some kind of watch along for that card on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
just more content for the people. Co-main event. I'm super on Corey Sandhagen, G. I like his story, the underdog story. American, trying to get the job done. He's with Trevor Whitman this camp. Knees, elbows, submission attempts, a lot of different stuff. I have Sandhagen pulling off the massive upset. L thinks he's got no shot. Where are you at on the co-main event?
I don't know if I'm biased towards Sandhagen, but I'm definitely siding that way. Obviously, Merab's a machine. You can't take that away from him. He's gonna be there. Like we said, I think Sandhagen might be able to take him out, but if it goes the distance, it's Merab's fight. But Sandhagen, I think, might be able to find a hole. Merab just is a lot of pressure, but he makes a lot of mistakes. He definitely just technically he has a lot of holes, but a lot of people aren't able to capitalize because he just keeps going and going and going and overwhelms them, and now they're in such a deep hole that they can't catch up. But I'm I think Sandhagen might be able to find some of those holes, especially on the ground.
Let's go, G. I love it. We'll get into a little bit more of UFC 320, but we are the people show. So if you guys have good questions like this, we will definitely put it on air and ask it right on the spot. So Masters of the Universe Classic. Who do you guys want to see Arnold Allen fight next? I think he's ready to come back before Christmas. He was unlucky versus Ivov and went completely. Competitively.
There you go.
Thank you, G. To the distance with Max Holloway, which aged well. Thoughts? Yeah, I would love to see Arnold back. I like Arnold Allen.
I think he's a very underrated guy, and I think one of the biggest issues with him is just his inactivity. Whether that, I honestly don't know if that's been his fault, injuries, the UFC. I know he's probably not the easiest guy to matchmake for. I could see him being in a similar situation to a guy like Grant, where there's not a lot of name value and not a lot of benefit to beating him, and he's a super tough fight. I think he's one of the most underrated featherweights, to be honest.
Yeah,
there's a lot of options for him right now. Aljo makes a lot of sense. Yair makes sense. I feel like you can do a lot with Arnold Allen right now.
I'm just looking out. I'm 11-2. I did, like you said, very underrated. I never impressed. For a UFC record, it is 11-2. Overall record is 20-3. But I'm that's a good record to have in the UFC at this weight, and to have your only losses to be against the Evil. I can't say his name either. Evilov and Holloway. Those aren't too bad losses, recently, I guess this year last year he has a win over Giga too.
Yeah. If I was matchmaking, I would matchmake Arnold Allen against Diego Lopez. And you'd be like, why? I think either one. So you get Diego Lopez. If he beats Arnold Allen, he's right back into that spot. And let's just be honest. I think the UFC has done a lot of really good things for Diego. This one's hey, Diego, do us a solid. If you win this fight, it's a hard fight, get you right back in that title picture. And God forbid the other way, if Arnold Allen defeats Diego Lopez, do we have a new number one contender, and Arnold Allen can fight for a championship against Volkanovski or Laron Murphy or Mosar. So I think I would do Diego Lopez versus Arnold Allen.
I think the Diego Lopez or the Yair one is the one to make. I think the Yair fight would be an interesting one as well.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yair more for him. I think with the inactivity,
you want Diego Lopez to fight for the title again? How about lightweight championship?
I don't. I think you have plenty of other people that are lined up there. I do think he's had injuries, Jake. I just think he's been very inactive. And so before you give him one and then title shot, which is what Diego would be, I think you see him be active in the division again, because he was decently active in 2022. He's had a lot of stints, he fought once in 2020, once in 21, twice in 22, once in 23, twice in before.
He doesn't fight
like,
a lot. He really
not a super busy guy, and it's not
Right.
that's not terrible. A lot of guys only fight once or twice a year, and like Grant only gets to fight twice a year if he's lucky, and that is not Grant's fault. So I don't want to blame Arnold Allen for that. I wonder if there is something to be said about that. I would like to see him, he's only on a 1-fight win streak right now. I think I'd like to see him get one more. Maybe you could also do him versus the winner of Emmett and Yusuf, especially if Yusuf wins. Yusuf's coming up. It makes sense for him to go up one more. And then if Emmett wins, then it's like kind of a tune-up fight for Arnold Allen from a rankings perspective. Not that Emmett is an easy fight, but if Arnold is where he should beat Emmett,
The problem with this SG, LeRon and Aljo, those are probably one or two. That's next for Volkanovski. Like one of those guys is probably fighting Volkanovski for the championship next.
Should be Movsar.
Do you think Aljo gets the shot?
No, he should not.
Yeah.
Dave is
He has a chance.
I am not for that.
He has a chance.
He called for it after his last fight.
He did, G. And remember, the UFC was so hard on him with the Aljo on the Sugar Sean O'Malley fight. I feel like this is a bone to give it back to him. I really do. I think Aljamain has a shot. Sterling versus Volkanovski is a big main event. That is a big time UFC championship main event. I know it's over. I know it's like too high. I don't know. I think it's a shot, but
you can't. Man, Movsar has already been passed over by somebody he beat for a title shot. You can't do that to him twice. You can't. And also, no, you can't. And you can't do it off a 1-fight win streak. You can't. He has a 1-fight win streak. Right before that, he lost to the guy that should be getting the title shot.
yeah.
Dave
You don't have to apologize to me, my friend. You keep it real on the comments, all right? Keep me
the fight to happen at featherweight, Dave.
Yeah, I want that to happen. Yeah.
Everybody
I love that fight.
I think they want this fight. I don't know who doesn't want this fight.
All right. We got to get one more good fight out of UFC 320 with G, then a fun little game. I know Torrez Finney's coming on in a couple minutes. Kind of like the people's main event is becoming this Yuri Prochazka and Khalil Roundtree. Every fighter loves them. Every fan loves them. Two really beloved guys in the division. Maybe the number one contendership in the light heavyweight championship next. If it's not Carlos Ulberg in there. G, great fight. Who do you have winning this?
I'm like, it's so hard to count out Yuri. And I'm like, since Yuri's first fight in the UFC, I was like, oh, this guy looks terrible. He's never going to win. And then he had the belt in like 3 fights. I'm like, dude just pulls it off so many times. And I just don't know how. I am a huge Khalil Roundtree fan. And especially after that last fight, I'm like, looked absolutely phenomenal against Bahia. This one I'm very torn on. I'm gonna side with Yuri though. I don't know why. Just cause I think he's got something up his sleeve.
Okay. Hey, we take compliments all the time. G's pecs looks great, and I do mean muscles. There you go. Shout out, Jake. Jake, we're getting close a little bit, right? What are we, 7 weeks out? 6, 7
No,
weeks?
gosh, no. We're still like a long time. I want to say 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Got a
Jake.
long time, man. We're waiting.
Yeah.
Long time.
My fault. I didn't even think about it, but that far out, we should have set up 304 this weekend, but my fault. My bad on that one. My bad. I thought you were just closer. It just seemed like, I feel like we posted that fight announcement a minute ago.
Yeah, I feel like I found out about it a minute ago.
Wow. Crazy.
That's been a while.
All right.
Still a fight camp.
What'd you say?
I said that's a long camp.
It is.
It's been a ridiculously long time. It is 10 weeks and 4 days. I just Googled. So yeah, we're still almost 11 weeks out right
It's
now.
too long. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's been, I want to say I first found out about it. I want to say I had like 16 weeks. So I'm like, we've had way too long of notice and way too long even in between fights waiting to get this. Obviously, I was supposed to fight August, but that fell through. So it's just been, it's been frustrating, but I'll be happy to get there once we are starting camp. We're still just kind of like in the baby steps of it.
Yeah, you can't go too hard too soon, right?
Exactly.
And maybe this is too far business question. And let me know if I'm getting too personal on it. It's like, Is it always when you're that far off? Is it just the opponent? That's when they want to fight, or can you or your team be like, hey guys, can you just slide this fight? UFC Vancouver's 3 weeks away, a couple weeks ago. Is there any chance of you guys trying to move it up, or was it this was the date and locked in?
It's what the UFC says. I don't feel like we have much control of especially maybe if you're like John Jones, you can pick and choose a little bit more. But at my level right now, it's like they tell you, because originally they told me August, I think it was like 23rd, 20. It was the Shanghai card.
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be the initial card that I was on. Then they told me, all right, we're looking for someone for you for Vancouver. And then they told me December 13th. So I've been told multiple different dates and given 2 different opponents in that time period. So it's just whatever they give me. I'm just happy to be back in there.
For sure. Yeah. And by the way, John Jones, he's not ranked right now. You are. So I think you are a little bit higher than John, just throwing it out there. All right. One fun little game with G. I saw this right before I went on live. And yeah, so I just wanted to do it with you. I think it's super easy. This is a good one. I'm going to name 4 countries. So country, think of the flag. L, you can play 2 if you want. We'll start with G. We'll go to you next, L. What UFC fighter do you think of when I say this country?
Okay.
All right. That's easy enough. I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So there's going to be the flag game, marking it 117. When I say the country Brazil, what fighter do you think of?
Charles Oliveira.
Good one. Okay. L?
An active roster or
All time.
Anderson Silva.
Okay. Like that. When I say Ireland, what fighter do you think of?
I think there's only one you can say for this one.
Ian Gary.
Exactly.
All right. Conor McGregor.
Conor.
Okay.
Conor McGregor, yeah.
All right. This is a tough one. I thought about this one. Mexico.
Brandon Moreno.
Oh, that's the right answer.
I was going to say same
That's
thing.
a good answer. All right. Last one. Maybe my favorite personally, the Canadian flag. What fighter do you think of?
Said GSP actually.
Oh no! Oh my goodness.
No, the correct answer is obviously Gillian Robertson.
There you go. Come on. All right, there we go. That was our first ever flag edition here on Fight Banaz. G, you're the best in the world. We'll talk to you off air about Sunday morning. L can't do it. So it might be myself. It might be Maddie Levine might come back for a Sunday morning brew. We'll figure it out. Off air though.
I think that's the best I've ever done at one of your games so far.
Dude, unbelievable.
It's okay.
St. Pierre, and I know you might be, if GSP and Gillian made babies, that would be the greatest mixed martial artists ever to live. Just throwing it out there. G, you're the best. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
On that note.
Unbelievable.
I'll see you.
Later, G. And now I know you got to run real quick too. So you run, we'll get you back on. Our next guest is in the green room, ready to go. I'm push you off, L. All right. 10-0. This guy's a stud. Love talking to 11-0. My fault. I stole a win from his record. My main man, Torrez Finney. Torrez, what's up, my guy?
What's up, brother? How you doing today, man? Hey, great to be on here, David. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We're blessed over here. Always good to talk to you. Before we get into some UFC stuff about you or UFC 320, we're both wrestling guys. I know a lot of stuff's going on. We got a new NXT World Champion. They
That's
just
right.
announced John Cena's thing. So in the last couple of weeks, and since we talked, what got you into what are you into the most right now with the WWE stuff?
Yes, man. You know, I've been really big into like a lot of the things that have been happening on some of the PLE events. We just saw SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar and John Cena. That was epic. I was shocked about the squash. I was a little shocked about that. You know, the mixed tag team match with AJ Lee and CM Punk and Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. That was a really good match. I'm really interested into Crown Jewel. Can't wait to see Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. I think that's going to be really fun. And yeah, man, I'm excited for John Cena's last match. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in. I know tickets go on sale in October, so I'm gonna check and see, you know, how much they cost. Hopefully, they're not just as bad as the WrestleMania tickets of this upcoming year. But if they're reasonable, I might go.
It's so funny you say that. Hey, we'll connect off air. I might be trying to go to that too. You know what I mean? It's the last time. I know it's Washington, D.C. I'm a Florida guy. I'm on the East Coast. I know it's not close to home, but I feel like maybe it's still a drive up and drive right back home or something. I got to figure that out, but crazy.
Yes,
John Cena, we last time is now. It's in front of us. It's in front
That's
of
right.
us.
That's right.
But talking about not the last time for you, 26 years young, still 11-0. How's everything going with yours? I know there was a little bump in the road. How you feeling, and kind of what's next for you in your personal MMA journey?
Yeah, man, everything is going really good. Funny enough, why you say that, just got done coming from wrestling practice. I'm out here training, with the new team, the academy, for Daniel Cormier. I'm currently on the team now. Daniel Cormier has this new MMA team with a lot
Yeah,
of
West Coast, right?
Yes, sir. We're in Gilroy, California. Yes, sir.
Gilroy. Wow, man. Congrats on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we just had funny enough, we just had Tommy Gant, who just won on the Contender Series. Chapolin won. He didn't get a contract, but he'll be back very soon. We have next week, we have Emanol Rodriguez. He's fighting on the Contender Series. So the team is doing really good. We got a lot of great talent here. A lot of guys up and coming. So I'm really excited to be on the team, man. It's been going really good.
That's got to be really cool, or to me, like very refreshing. Like you guys are starting something new. Like you guys are the beginning of something. Imagine, that gym that even where DC came from, and Habib and Cain Velasquez and Rockhold, like those stories. And Chael Sonnen tells these great stories all the time about Team Quest. Like you guys are doing that right now. That's got to be pretty fun to be the beginning of something.
Yeah, man. Daniel Cormier said he wanted to start a team and he wanted to bring back being that team, being that dominant gym.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, Velasquez, obviously himself, Islam now. Like there were so many killers in that gym, and I'm just naming a few. Some of the guys, John Fitch, and there's so many. I can go through. There's so many, but like we have that same type of feel here at this gym. And DC being the head coach, he's trying to do it, and I think it really fits me because DC has similar styles, and I think we really connect really well. So I think that's really good with me and DC. And yeah, I really like the team so far, the academy. Yes, sir.
I love it. I love it. All right. UFC 320 is this weekend. Great card. Yeah, you broke up a little bit. I think you're good now. You feel good? You sound good?
Yes, sir. I should be good. We almost at the gym. Yes, sir.
Okay. Real quick on 320, main event, light heavyweight championship on the line. Ankalaev's the champion. It's a rematch. Do you see this going a different way, or does Ankalaev retain the championship?
Personally, I think Ankalaev gets the title. I think he retains the title. Okay. I think with him not having to deal with Ramadan. You hear me? Am I good?
Yep.
Or is it breaking up still?
You're good.
Am I good now? We're almost at the gym. We're really close. So the Wi-Fi will be a little bit better. Yeah, we're almost there. I'm sorry, but yeah. I think Ankalaev for sure, in my opinion, retains the title because I don't think he's wrong this time. I think this time a lot more fresher, and after being able to stand on the feet with a guy like Pereira for 25 minutes, being able to see himself constantly go through those striking exchanges, I think through those moments is going to give him a lot more confidence. With probably do after being the first time. So I do think my other has a good title.
Yeah, Torrez, I'm going to kick you off. Just come right back when you get into the Wi-Fi. We'll get Torrez right back in. It was definitely, looks like, yeah. And I feel like I'm on an island all by myself right now with Poatan. I know the first fight didn't go his way. I know he lost, but I know Poatan is, he's been good in rematches and fighting people over and over again. His trilogy with Izzy, kickboxing and stuff of that nature. I think Poatan is a great student of the game. I think he's got good people around him with Glover Teixeira and others at Teixeira Fitness and MMA in the Northeast. I think they're going to have a different game plan. I don't know why. I could be totally off on this, but I think they're going to have a different game plan. Maybe it's less wrestle and defense. And like I said, if he gets taken down, and I know I use this analogy and I'm being a little funny about it, but like Derek Lewis gets taken down all the time. He gets up. Like if you protect the neck, get up, and you throw your shots. I think Poaton's going to throw his shots more. Hey, if they don't land and they don't connect and they don't knock out Ankalaev, he doesn't win. I totally understand that. But I think Poaton will have a different game plan going into this fight, the last one. So our guy, Sean Sterling, Poaton needs to keep his distance. I trust Coach Glover. There you go, Sean. I get that. It's like, keep the distance and throw these check hooks. It's not like, guys, Ankalaev, look at the stats. He threw 50 more punches or 50 more significant strikes than Poaton. So there's chances for him to get the comeback on it. All right, I think we got Torrez Finney back in action. My man.
Okay. Now I am back. I'm better now. Is everything good?
Oh, you sound amazing. You look beautiful. I love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So back to the original question. You asked me who will win between Ankalaev and Pereira. Currently, like I said, I have Ankalaev. The reason why, because Ankalaev, I believe right now, doesn't have to deal with Ramadan, and he also has the opportunity to been able to be in there with Alex Pereira for 25 minutes. And being there with Pereira for 25 minutes, I think it gives him a little bit of confidence that, hey, I can strike with him. I saw the dangers that he was able to possess going against him the first time. And I also think, yes, he went 0 for 12 in that first fight in takedowns. I don't see him going 0 for 12 this time. I think he actually went back to work on his wrestling. He felt the defenses that Alex Pereira cleaned it up a little bit, and he'll probably be able to get. Now, I'm not saying Pereira isn't going to be better himself, but I think with the level of that type of striking that Alex is at, he can only get sharper. I don't think in a way he can't get better, if you get what I'm saying. Like
that's a great point.
He's 37.
Yeah.
Like he can't
you don't get
better.
a lot better at any
He can
sport.
only get sharper.
Yeah. No, that's a great point by you. I haven't heard that one yet. That's a good one.
Because he's already elite of the elite.
Yeah.
He's already elite of the elite. So it's like, how much better can you, there's no necessary growth for a guy of that level, because honestly, he could be out there teaching these guys, how to strike. He could be a striking coach himself.
Yeah.
Like, he's that good. So,
That's a very good point. All right, co-main event. We went back and forth on this show multiple times. Merab Dvalishvili. I've been saying this for a while. Torres, to me, is the greatest UFC bantamweight of all time. I have nothing but love and respect for that man. If he fights for 25 minutes, there's not a guy on this planet that I know that can beat him. The gas tank, the cardio days, for sure. I have a feeling Corey Sandhagen's going to get the job done, though. Trevor Whitman in his corner. We got flying knees and elbows and submission attempts. I'm calling the underdog here, a massive betting underdog as well. I got Sandhagen winning this thing, but I know Dvalishvili is one of the best in the world.
Well, I will say, yes, you can have Merab. You can have Corey. And Corey, in my opinion, I could be far-fetched. He's probably one of the better all-around fighters that Merab has ever faced. Not saying Umar isn't all-around, but I don't think Umar has the better striking than Corey. When in terms of like trying to equal out each area of position. But honestly, I think with the cardio Merab, when have we ever seen Corey Sandhagen get tired? I never seen him maybe fight at that pace that Merab fights at. So that's another thing that's not common. We never seen that. So I think Merab definitely wins this by decision. He says he's going to strike with Corey. I don't see that happening. But I do see him just shooting a lot. And I already heard what Trevor Whitman said earlier this week. We don't see people shoot on Merab. So Corey Sandhagen said himself he's going to shoot on Merab. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that works.
Love that. I think that's going to be a great fight. Either way, I don't see it. I don't see one man dominating the other. Like I said, someone could slip on a banana peel for sure, but that is a high-level mixed martial arts contest. They're great. Both of them are great almost everywhere. Last fight, I would love your take. I know you're there. I'll let you run in 2 minutes. Roundtree versus Prohasic. It's been like the people's main event. Everyone loves this fight, loves both fighters, both warriors, samurai, all of that, right? Who do you got winning that fight? That's a great fight.
That's a great fight, man. It's hard to be able to predict the unpredictability of Yuri Prohaska. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, what are we going against? I think the technique of Roundtree is so crisp and clean that it should be able to get the job done. But how many times have we seen where a better technical guy gets outworked by Yuri? They might land the shot. What was it, UFC 300 last year when he fought? Who he fought? Oh my gosh. I can't think of the
Say
guy. He
again?
fought on Yuri Prohaska fought on UFC 300. Who did Yuri
UFC.
Prohaska fight on UFC 300?
Rakic, Alexander Rakic.
Rakic, yes.
Rakic.
Rakic looked clean. Was landing so many clean shots, and he was just couldn't put him away. And when that second round hit, a whole different Yuri came out. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Roundtree can't keep that pressure on, but what I am saying is I don't know how clean it will be consistently, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. Torres, I know you got a long mixed martial arts career in front of you, but anytime you can do this, I love it. And I know DC, right? It's funny. I know so many people in the game, they think Madden never coached football. He was just a.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Okay.
Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. This
Okay.
is a little behind the scenes. Watch this.
Okay.
Look at
We're at the
this.
academy.
He's coaching. He's coaching wrestling right now.
What a monster! Look at that. Best in
What's
the
up?
world. Right
What's up? I'm doing an interview. Come on. Here we go. That's my coach now.
What's
Living
up?
legend
What's
right
up,
there.
baby?
DC.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let me
sir.
turn the music down. Let me turn the music down.
Yeah, we
What's
don't
going
want
on?
to get the YouTube strike. We don't want to get the strike.
Oh man.
I was saying to Torres, this man can
Hey,
talk.
get on the Wi-Fi, Finn.
I'm on the
Maybe
I'm on
12,
the
14 years,
You're not on
he'll
the
slide
Wi-Fi,
into
Finn.
your spot.
I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Look, you're not even on the Wi-Fi, Finn.
I am literally on the Wi-Fi.
It's not. It's out. It's his connection.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we're good. Hello.
We're good. DC, what I was saying about our man
He broke
Torres
up.
is he's so good on the mic. 8 years, 10 years, he can maybe slide into your spot. He's good with it.
Yes, he is. He's very good. He's very good.
Oh,
He's the man. It's my guy right here.
Hey, yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Definitely.
He's on
Oh,
coaching wrestling
Torres,
practice.
man, you're
Yeah,
the
hey,
best.
yeah. Oh, look at all these kids. Look at all these kids.
Yeah, look at him. Look. I'll show
Let's
you.
go.
Yeah, these kids are tough, man. Like they would take down a lot of guys currently in the UFC.
Good.
Guarantee.
Yes.
Guarantee.
I
So.
love that. Hey, I
sir.
appreciate it. DC, much love. Torres, man, you're the man. We'll talk about, off air, we'll talk about the John Cena Washington, all right?
Yes, sir. Let me know. Yes, sir.
All right, my man. Be good. The great Torrez Finney. There we go. L's gonna be so upset, man. L Dawson missed her DC moment. Unbelievable. But you want to come back? Is Usman the real deal? Ask DC Usman. Why is that a joke? Does he not like Hughes or Nurmagomedov? I don't know. Oh, you're good to come back. Torrez Finney, what a stud. Okay, well then just you come and then we'll figure it out. All right, this is fun, man. DC, this is DC's first time I think on our show. Biggest guest appearance at Fight Fitness. It might
Very
be.
sad that I just missed that. I was about to just throw myself in. I was like, Grant, come on. Like, he knows you. And Grant's like, he doesn't know me.
No, dude, he was super nice. DC says he was a lot of love for us. A lot of love.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. No, I know DC is a big Nurmagomedov guy, but yeah, no, I get it. I don't know if that's the biggest. One, he was just on for a quick minute. We've had Dustin Poirier on for 30 minutes. Come on. I don't know. Is DC the biggest, L?
I don't know. We've had Grant Dawson on.
Almost every week. Is this the right?
She goes, "You should say hi. He knows you." I was like, "He doesn't know me."
He does.
No, he
Dude,
doesn't.
no, Grant. He knows you.
We got in an elevator once together, and I said, "Hey, DC," and he didn't even look up from his phone. All right.
That's not a true story. That is not a true story.
That is
That's
a true
sad.
story.
Oh my goodness.
He complimented your wrestling one time.
I asked him to do that. I said, "How'd my wrestling look?" He was like,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You were fishing.
I was fishing for compliments. Oh, I'll fish for a DC compliment anytime.
All right.
Yeah, no, DC is the man. He's the man. Is that a Rubik's Cube? Who would win a Tetris competition out of the three of you?
I haven't played Tetris in years.
That's
I don't know. Probably Dave. I feel like you probably played more Tetris than either of you.
I was going to say, hey, if we're going to do push-up competition or a fighting competition, Grant would win. I'm an old enough, mature man to say any kind of physical thing, Grant would win. Tetris, I'm pretty decent at. Tetris or ping pong, I think I'm pretty good.
Meet me on the Yu-Gi-Oh mats, though.
Whoa. You don't think I can Yu-Gi-Oh with the best of them?
This is actually a good question for Busy Boy. I haven't actually heard about this at all, but this trade actually kind of would make sense.
We're not doing this. We're not doing there's been one trade in combat sports history. Like,
No,
why is
it's
this
not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying if you were going to do a trade, this makes sense for both the PFL and the UFC. Because Fiziev is a fun fighter. And he would make some really
So
fun.
why would the UFC want to trade him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But they would get Usman, which I don't think the UFC. Yeah, actually, that's fair. The UFC might not even want Usman.
I hope not. That dude's
They don't need
scary.
any more lightweights, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So maybe no. Actually, yeah. As I say it out loud, maybe not.
There we go.
We need Nate the Train on the show. We should get Nate the Train on. I bet you he'd say some fun things.
You wouldn't be able to understand him, but yeah.
Let's have him and Steve.
We would need captions with captions on it the whole time. Dave about to pull out dark magic without summoning.
Dark Magician.
Oh. So wait, okay, that game is it Yu-Gi-Oh? Am I right on Yu-Gi-Oh?
It actually, there's a really good TV show.
Yeah, calm down.
Okay. It's a good kids cartoon.
Whoa!
With
Live
your-
on air?
What's that?
Did you just start that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he solved it earlier. He was showing you in the green room. I don't know if you saw.
I didn't see it. I was too busy running one of the greatest MMA shows, daily shows there is, so I didn't see it live.
Wait.
But that was amazing if you just did that just now.
So
Man.
Azamat is very late, but he is.
To be
coming.
fair, in Russian time, he's early.
He's early. So why is every culture late but ours?
And that's why we're the greatest country in the world, okay?
The Asians are on time.
Elle, on air, this is what we do. Do we stop the show and then have Azamat afterwards, or do we just let it run?
It's totally up to you. I know we have like a hard stop time on the stream. He said he's like 10 minutes away 3 minutes ago. So we can either do something real short with him at the end, or if you want, we can just stop, end the live show, and then we'll just go live with Azamat for... You moved my thing. We can go live with Azamat for a few minutes afterwards. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think we almost do that. And it gives you a little bit of buffer time to get him space. And like, I'll come on it with you, of course, but then, yeah, and maybe like it'd be more of a little bit of a you thing there with him, you know. But just real, dude, you're a DC, aren't you a DC girl? I'm a big DC guy.
I didn't know, or I would
was
have told you that to let me go so I could set up for Azamat. Also, if I'd known Azamat was going to be late, I would have just stayed. But that's okay.
Man.
I'm very upset.
DC wanted to. He says I can go out there, maybe train a little bit, go on the wrestling mats.
Yeah.
So. I didn't know I was going to get the invite before Grant Dawson. Dude, Grant, how's your mixed martial arts career going, man? How's life going?
Really good. Really good.
Good. I saw you pushing heavyweight.
Yeah, pushing around some heavy weights. You know, they feel heavy to me at least. You know, I think most people. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, Elle, can you hand me that 5? And
Oh man.
yeah, but no, I'm feeling good. Just got off the phone with my manager right before we got on here, and I'm hoping to have something for December soon, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Maybe if it's Benny versus BSD. One of those guys could drop out.
Yeah, they could.
Slide around. That's not Madison Square Garden.
Not a big New York fan.
You are in New Jersey, all right? It's a totally different place.
That's why we hated it.
But no, you can hate New Jersey. New York, Manhattan's beautiful. You can get pizza there for $1.
I fought in New York once, and the pizza was amazing. They had it in the green room, and that was back when they still had green rooms. And I was like, "Oh my God, this pizza is so good!" And they're like, "Yeah, this is the crappy pizza of New York." And I was like, "This is really good." And they're like, "Yeah, you're easily entertained."
We're both of us are, right? Just give us a can of Coke and a decent pizza. We're good in life.
And a Zen. I'm that guy now.
Awesome. All right. Any last things on UFC 320? So, Grant, you have, if I'm right, you had Ankalaev, you had Merab, and you had Roundtree.
Yes.
Dawson? Is that you had the same 3?
Yeah. I'm very with the.
I have Poetan, Corey Sandhagen, and Yuri.
We're actually fully opposite. I will say with the Khalil Roundtree fight, I'm taking Roundtree because of the value. I think that is a even money fight in my opinion. I'm not like super confident I think either guy can clip either guy.
Sure.
And I do worry a little bit about Khalil Rountree's volume sometimes. His output isn't the highest.
I agree with that.
Is all output.
But
I think he runs into stuff. Sorry.
Well, I think that's what makes him dangerous is when you run into a guy that's going to force you to fight. One of his best performances, I know he lost, was against Alex Pereira, and Alex was forcing him to fight. And he was up maybe 2 rounds. Then he started to fade and, gets beat up. But I like him in this matchup. I like him in this fight. Super technical.
Great point, Grant. And now it's only a 3-round fight. So if he starts that fast and is needed to throw, if he wins round 1 and 2, he can just kind of maintain, I don't know. So, yeah. All right. Well, there we go, guys. That was the show. Well, guys, we'll literally be right back on with Azamat Bekoev.
Sure.
Bekoev. There's an O in his name.
Bekoev. Azamat Bekoev. Unbelievable. Well, we had Gillian on, the great Grant Dawson. DC was on for a quick minute. Torrez Finney. And it was a great show. That was multiple games.
Stick around. I was gonna say, stick around. We'll chat with Azamat. Did you get to talk to Torrez? I didn't hear everything. Did you get to talk to Torrez Finney at all about the fight that got scratched?
I kind of threw it out there. He really didn't take the bait, to be brutally honest. He kind of just went right by it. What he did say, he did switch camps. So he's out there in California training with DC. I think there was a little bit of maybe he wasn't in the best space. Remember, because he was here in Florida for a little bit, and I don't think that worked out, and I don't think you want to fight a guy as good as Azamat, not with the team. So I think that's kind of what happened without saying it, I was
curious, just so we can have, maybe Azamat respond to that a little bit. And I think Azamat is more focused on this new match.
Yeah, he's got a new fight. He fights on Vancouver a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, just a few weeks
Great
away.
Fight.
I'm super excited to see him in action.
All right. Dawson, you're the absolute best. We'll talk to everyone. I think we'll see a couple people on. If it's not Thursday or Friday, I think we're going to do a watch along for PFL. Maybe it's Elle and I watching the main event of PFL together, talking MMA. I haven't even told her about it, but maybe it's us. Who knows? But if not, we'll see everyone soon. Azamat coming on in 5 minutes here in Fight Bananas Land. We'll see everyone then.